Hello everyone, I'm Wave, and today I'm doing something kind of different. Doing a sort of like gameplay impressions of new gacha game by Studio Key / Visual Arts, Heaven Burns Red. It's been out in JP for like, I think it was 2.5 years now, if going off of some information that I got. So, I'm just going to play. I'm going to kind of give my general impressions on the game so far, at least from what I've played whilst I'm playing right now. And then also, I think I probably will go on a little bit of a tangent on my general thoughts on Key as a studio right now, where they kind of are, my general like opinion on like what they're currently doing in the VN market. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in. By the way, not to flex, I think that's the team that I got right now. I know it's not meta. I picked the gun girl, because why not? I think, well yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play whilst I talk. Hopefully I won't be too distracted. And then also, hopefully I sound alright audio-wise. I am recording this through the phone, both audio and gameplay at the same time. Try to get it to be relatively good on like audio quality wise. So far from what I've played so far of Heaven Burns Red is that it is alright. I do like that there is this general like quirkiness. You can kind of already see it right there. Oh, I'm surprised we just jumped straight to lunch. There's this like day cycle thing. I'm not the biggest fan of this portion, which is like it's where you're just walking around, you're going from place to place, and it's just kind of weird. It's like a little bit of like, okay, I can go around and talk to people, and I could say, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and try and invite her to lunch. She's gonna deny me, so I'm just gonna run away. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I feel like this is a general segment that they're trying to make it like a full-fledged game, and it's just like, alright, we can go ahead and see if she wants to get lunch. See, like, me just trying to tap was kind of a little weird as well. It does have like bonding system, and then like I said, the writing is actually pretty quirky. Going into this, I was not exactly excited for it, especially since it's been out in Japan for quite a while. People that were like very excited for it probably did jump on JP. I was like, okay, well, I'll wait for an eventual release, and then I kind of just stopped waiting because I had figured it wasn't going to happen, and here we are now, literally like 2 years later. But I don't know, I haven't seen a whole lot of people really too excited for this, at least on my part. The people that have been excited for it are like genuinely excited for it, but from like a general scope, it's a gacha game, and as such is probably meant to, you know, rake in money. And I have to imagine there's not too many people that are planning on spending a ton on this game, because I've been seeing a lot of people just wanting to go ahead. Oh yeah, I can't even fast travel. They forced me to walk all the way over there to the arena. What was I saying? That a lot of people are just gonna play it for the story, and that doesn't bode well as far as like my confidence in this game in lasting. I think that's part of the reason why that, I don't know, I didn't think global was ever gonna really happen, because I feel like there's not much money to be made off of this game. We are okay. I was like, we're taking a little while to load into this scene, huh? I will say that, so we're going to go into the combat. So this is obviously, you know, mobile game. It's not just all visual novel. there is RPG mechanics to it. We can actually show you a little bit of... I am not the biggest fan of the gameplay, at least currently. And we're getting introductions right now. One other thing I was going into this, I was like, the character designs aren't like crazy to the point where it's like, I don't know, I'm getting more adapted to it, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like it's not like outright eye-catching when it comes to wanting to pull for said characters in Gacha. They have different like outfits and stuff, and I'm sure there's gonna be some more like desirable units as the game goes on, but at least like on launch, there isn't like a plethora of characters that I'm like, ooh, I want to pull for them. But this should be combat now, and combat seems alright at first. I'm actually quite surprised that there's like debuffs and healing and stuff, and it goes when you click onto it and you click like a skill to debuff, it will apply that first before going and using your damage dealer. So I'm quite glad for that, but at the same time too, I guess one, this like targeting system is like really weird. Well, I guess I can't show it because there's only one unit or one enemy on the field, but the way you target is kind of weird. Also, if you didn't notice it, I looked at a little bit of gameplay last night before this game, you know, was going to drop this morning, and I thought the person that I was watching the gameplay from just had like a really bad specs on terms of their PC or like on their phone, because you'll notice it. And then I was like, I went into the game, I'm like, whoa, I'm surprised that this game runs really well, especially in like the 3D model segments when I'm walking around. And I will show you. So this is kind of sus, I feel like. Watch when I click to like the action button. It's gonna have like the little scene where they like run forward, and then it'll be like a pause where it just looks kind of like right there. It just looks like it's lagging really bad. And if this is like a 2-year-old game, how is it not really optimized to where... I doubt this is a like design choice to like pause on the action screen. To me, it just looks really weird because I don't know. It just looks very strange. And it just makes you feel like the game is not running properly. So it just looks kind of clunky. Also, at least from what I can tell so far, I could be wrong on this, is that when you're trying to like, you know, get resources to build your units, you're kind of restricted to where I can only do it like in story mode. When I'm going to the home menu, I don't really have options to go ahead and do stuff. So I have to wonder if this is like kind of like a general RPG where it's not designed to be a mobile game, but it like kind of was slapped together to be a mobile game. In that, I don't know, like you can't really farm, it seems, at least at the current point. It probably will change, but it's just something that I'm kind of noticing. I don't know, as far as like story 2, okay, so it's blunt damage, is that there's, what was the thought that I just had right now? I'm thinking of like in the context of a lot of other key visual novels, it feels like there's like a gradual like, I don't know, maybe I'm straight capping right now, but like yes, Common Route is still pretty long, but like, I don't know, I feel like something is a little different here compared to like if I'm doing Little Busters or Clannad or whatever, because Little Busters already just like off rip has like such a memorable opening with Ricky like waking up in the dorm room. They're like shouting and saying Kyosuke's back, and then you know they have like the fight in the cafeteria, and then you have like amazing opening sequence with the video that plays. And then I don't know, here it just kind of feels like it's a little dull, right? I'm not like against these characters. All the characters seem pretty fun, but I don't know. It just feels strange, and I guess maybe I could start talking about the latter part of what I was kind of initially feeling when going into Heaven Burns Red, where I had an initial negative reaction to it, is that I don't know. So like Key in general. There's like a video that I've been wanting to make for a decent while, which is, you know, is Key kind of like still the quote-unquote king of visual novels right now? I don't know, I almost feel like they kind of aren't. When was the last like big game they released? So there was Summer Pockets, and then before that I guess it was like literally Rewrite, right? Because there's Angel Beats First Beat, which I don't know, is a thing that is going to be incomplete forever. And I guess, you know, the elephant in the room is that this game, as far as I know, we don't know for sure, but as far as like I'm kind of aware. Oh, by the way, I don't really like how literally I got a book right now from doing that to level up, and like that's my only way of leveling up currently. Is that what Angel Beats probably died in order to have this game be made, because from what I recall, or at least from what I've gathered from around the internet, is that Jun Maeda, you know, Key was contracted to make a, you know, anime exclusive story being Angel Beats, and then Jun Maeda tried to make a relatively like solid game. Oh wait, oh this is another thing. So let me get back to that point real quick. So this targeting system is very weird because I have to like open their like skill menu in order to then go ahead and target. Because it's like if I want to change Pink Hair Girl, I guess, you know what? Actually no, never mind. So I guess I could tap on Pink Hair Girl character, but the tutorial tells you to tap on like the skills and then change the targeting system. So it just feels weird. It just feels very strange. But let's go ahead and just have everyone attack this guy. So, I don't know, Angel Beats was like a 12 episode anime. It had a promising story, but it was definitely cut way too short. So then Jun Maeda, from what I understand, really wanted to make it feel special and actually give it like the time that it needed. So then they ended up making Angel Beats First Beat, and then somewhere along that line, he was like, you know what, we want money, we're gonna make a gacha game. So, Jun Maeda, we need to attach your name onto this game to make it sell. So, you're gonna need to, you know, hop off that project that you're working on right now, and we're gonna need you to do this instead. And I don't know, I think it's kind of I'm not exactly the biggest fan. So that's like my initial impressions towards Heaven Burns Red. I've done the video on the channel already about gacha games and how, you know, it's fun to play gacha games. I'm like genuinely kind of like, ooh, this is kind of fun to play this, but at the same time, right, I cannot say with certainty that, you know, this game's gonna last, right? Like I was saying, I'm not sure if the global market's gonna be pretty good for this game. In 2 years from now, is Heaven Burns Red gonna still be around? Is it gonna still be kicking? Because if it's not kicking around in like 2 years from now, wouldn't that have been like kind of a wasted effort? Yes, people in Japan are been enjoying this game for a couple years now, but even when it ends for them too, it's like at that point we could have very well have had, right? Could have very well have had a situation where instead of going ahead and doing all this, where we're making a gacha game that's going to be, you know, limited time only, we could have been working on like one or maybe two other VNs that are like bigger scope, because he right now is in a situation where they are kind of just putting out smaller titles to where they're getting freelance writers. So like the one that I can speak on, I haven't read it, but you know, I heard a decent chunk about being Loopers. I remember being excited for Loopers because Loopers just seemed kind of cool. It was being written by Ryukishi from Higurashi fame, and from what I understand, from what I've heard, is that Loopers is a very short game, like being around like 6 to 8 hours. When I hear the characters are all very like not well fleshed out, to where they're all very tropey. No one really does feel fleshed out, and the story, I don't know. I just remember seeing reviews on Steam and then also just general people online saying they weren't exactly too excited about Loopers. I think there's like another game that's like, what, Stella the End, right? Or something like that, where Kia's just, instead of making new big titles that really like push the medium, you know, trying to make like new interesting stories and worlds and characters, they're putting all their eggs into the mobile game basket. And then in order to kind of, you know, still function as a, you know, company, publisher, all of that, they are going in, investing into the characters that are, you know, or not investing into freelance writers to go ahead and make these short little like 6-hour VNs, so that way they can still say, hey, we're putting out regular VNs whilst still doing our gacha game stuff on the side, when the gacha game thing is like the main focus, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's my personal opinions. I kind of wish to look. I could talk about Summer Pockets as well. The fact that like most of the people that are kind of talking about Summer Pockets say, oh, it's like, this is a quote that I've heard way too many times at this point, which is that Summer Pockets is quote unquote like Key's greatest hits, in that they take a lot of like routes from other Key games and just kind of like use it as the inspiration, right? Or like the driving motive of the routes in Summer Pockets. Doesn't really like take away from the fact that I did enjoy Summer Pockets for the most part. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know I don't exactly like the ending of Summer Pockets, and I also have not read Blue Reflection, or Reflection Blue, whichever order it is. I kind of, you know, wish I could be here for a big release, right? Because I think like in the time that I've been in VNs, the like biggest release I could really say that I've been around for is like Alcana Extra 2. I would love to be able to see like the next big, you know, Little Busters or whatever. Yeah. And it's crazy. This is the next big release, which is a gacha game. And I don't know. I feel like Key as a studio has been kind of slowing down. They haven't really been trying as much, and I don't know. I wish that, you know, that they were going in a different direction. For the reasons that I've already said before. But I don't know. Maybe that's like a really long tangent, but hopefully that's not like really loud audio-wise. But I don't know. I don't exactly hate this game. It's alright, but at the same time, I don't know. At the same time, I can't really say the gameplay seems great, at least yet. Granted, I felt like that before with other gacha games, not even like the VN ones, like stuff like, let's say like Princess Connect. I remember being like, okay, it was kind of alright, and then it gets a little bit better. FGO, I can already say, you know, didn't feel like it was that great, and then it gets a lot more like in depth the more that you interact with its gameplay, to where, yeah, I think FGO has solid gameplay the more that you play it, and I do think, you know, this game has potential for that as well, but at least early impressions, right? Most people that are picking up gacha games, You're probably not, well, I don't know, maybe because they've been advertising this as the quote-unquote, ooh, it's written by Jun Maeda, aka the guy that did Clanad. So go ahead and play this game. So maybe you are interested in this game because of the fact that you're like, oh, it's written by the people that did Clanad, cool. But I feel like most people in the gacha side of things are picking up a game. They're playing for like 20 minutes, seeing if they can pull for a unit. If they can't even pull for a unit because they're stuck in story, maybe they skip the story, and then when they pull a unit, they don't really do anything. And then, I don't know. It's kind of weird because I have a couple VN/gacha games that I do enjoy playing. It almost feels like this game is like at odds with the gacha in a way. But that's probably just like early impressions. Over time, I'm sure I'll come to enjoy it a lot more. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I am going to play more of it. I probably will try to go a decent chunk of the way into this game. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, I want to enjoy it for the story. Am I going to be spending money on it? Probably not. But yeah, I don't know. Most people are probably picking this up, trying to play like 30 minutes of it. If they realize, oh, gameplay kind of sucks, they're just going to drop it. And that kind of goes back to how I was saying. I'm not sure if this game is going to have a crazy, like, well, not even crazy, just like a solid player base. There's like, what, 200,000 pre-registers for this game. There's going to be a certain amount of people that aren't even going to download the game. And then I would say there's also going to be a certain amount of people that did pre-register, they download it, they try it out for, like I said, 30 minutes and then just uninstall. I don't know. It just kind of depends. It's being published by Yostar, so it's going to have some legs, but for how much legs, I'm not entirely sure. I know JP has the game on Steam, which they purposely, I mean, there's a PC version or whatever, PC launcher for this game, so that's like some tell of like their level of commitment. But the fact that they didn't want to put it on Steam for the global release kind of gives me a bad vibe, or like a bad vibe as well, just because I don't know, maybe they weren't exactly too sure that this game had the like the potential, had the legs to be able to continue past a certain amount of time. But I guess we will obviously see. This should be like the end of this little day of the chapter. And I think that's hopefully going to be the end of my rant / early impressions / early review of Heaven Burns Red. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I do enjoy reading the comments. It's nice being able to like kind of talk to people and, you know, figure out different kind of opinions. I got a good amount of that on the, what was it, the Tsukihime remake review. It was interesting seeing other people's opinions on the matter. Hopefully, you know, you guys do enjoy Heaven Burns Red, even if I'm a little bit just kind of like shaky on the topic for right now. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. I guess I'll keep going until we get to the actually end of this day. There's a lot of shouting going on, by the way. Yeah, let me keep reading. There's a very delayed ending. Oh, we're getting flashbacks. Maybe I should just end the video. Well, I guess we can. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Wave, and I will see you next time. You know what, guys? I forgot the most important part. The gambling. Let's get into it. So, gacha. Let's go gambling. I think probably the best value for free-to-play is probably going to be this one right here, the step-up banner, because we're getting guaranteed SS units as opposed to, what is this? This is just full multi for just a normal S rank, and I think this is just a starting banner. This one looks to have some different units, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know. I feel like the best bang for your buck is probably this step up, so let's go ahead. I'm pretty sure I have enough to do this full banner. So, because they gave out, I think 3,000 just for pre-registration, and then like a couple hours into playing the game earlier today, they just dropped another 3,000 in the gift box for everyone, so pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna get guaranteed SS units, hopefully 2 of them, if not more. So yes, the most important part of the game, the gacha. Please everyone be responsible with your spending. Though I guess that didn't stop FGO players, not gonna lie. And especially if you're coming from, you know, the Hoyo game. Oh my lord. See, so I chose her for my selector, even though did a little bit of research and she's apparently not meta. And by not meta, I mean she's like apparently pretty bad. But oh well. She's like one of the coolest looking characters. At least IMO. Okay. So then, oh, they have this little thing where they're like, okay, wow, you encountered the new person. Notice how they specifically did keep guys out of the game. It has to be all females because they knew they're like, okay, we need to make money. Alrighty, so we should be on step 2. I don't appreciate that it's not showing me what step I'm on, I don't think, anymore in here. So that's kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie. Although it looks like it's still keeping it. And we could tell when we get an SS. I did experience that you can get like spooked in this game, in that it could show that it's like not an S rank, and then it'll like turn into an S rank. So that is kind of interesting. We'll see if we get to see that here. I don't know. I probably should just be skipping. Not gonna lie. The actual polling screen of this game doesn't look too amazing. Okay. So now this should be... Oh no, we have to go through this. She has a kind of like interesting design. She's got like the mint green color palette. Oh wait, ninja girl. I thought she was in like an S rank. Maybe not, I don't know. So then this should be the guaranteed. Oh, so yeah, I definitely don't have enough for 2 SS's, but we did have enough to get 1 guaranteed SS unit. So let's go ahead and roll. As you can see, it's already rainbow. So that's the S rank, or the SS rank unit on the 3rd one. Oh, look at that, we got double. Nice. Or, who am I saying we? This is my account. Also, I don't know what happens with dupes. I really don't. I think there's a dupe here, right? No, okay, never mind. She's not a dupe. I don't know what happens with dupes in this game. I think I did like a little research last night and they said it's just like a universal material that upgrades units. You don't have to worry about pulling like 5 copies of the same unit, which is good. But then what happens when I do get a dupe? Especially if you are spending money. See, look at, there we go. So it turned into an S rank. Double SS? Ooh. Okay, that looks like an interesting character design. Alright. I guess we can go ahead and back out. Go ahead and I think we can look at our units real quick. So if I go here and I'm like, okay, well, oh no. We want to swap. We can look at our SS units we got, or I could look at the SS units I got real quick. So we got her, who is interesting. I don't know. Oh wait, no, yeah, I think I could do it right. You go here. Where's it at? You go here, and then you can do here, and then 3D model, so we can see what the character looks like. Ooh, that actually looks kind of cool. Got like the sword. Is it like the coolest character in Gacha? Not particularly, but whatever. once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.